don't sleep. She is the mother who is waking up her child. Come on, late हो गया स्कूल जाने के लिए. Uddishamai. By waking up, I am being taken up, and it is compared to moon. Moon is the controller of mind. How she wakes you up is she silences the mind by controlling the moon, and she gives messages through the consciousness. It's the consciousness which keeps you in a waking state. Mind actually puts you into a sleep state. We're all sleeping. That's why Deho Devalayo Prokto Divo Devo Sanatanaha. Once I understand I'm an incarnation of God and nothing different than that, all my activities will correspond to the qualities which I have been reciting in the Ashtotras and Sahasranamas. And that is the real waking up. Uddishamayi has got a different meaning also. It's just not lifting up alone. Normally in Vedanta, any jiva who is only involved in the sansaric activities, not even thinking that there is something other than this mundane life, he is compared with two things. One is Kopastha Manduka, the frog in a well. Unless it comes out, unless it climbs up the wall of the well and comes out, the frog doesn't even realize that there is another world outside. And who lifts you up? Uddishamayi. The pig in the mud thinks entire pleasure in the life lies in lying in that panka, mud. But who is Ambal? Samsara panka nimagna samudharana pandita. So the mother takes 10 avatars, and one of the avatara is Varaha. If you hold her legs, she makes the same pig to realize that there is a Varaha avatara inside you. All the while you are wasting your life in being in the mud. Get up and become a Varaha avatara, which can even protect the entire universe from the hands of the Rakshasas. Say, what a transformation. If you look at most of the avatars, they have been taken not only to protect the world at that time, but also give a knowledge to the entire generations coming in the future. Vamana avatara, don't focus on your physical body, focus on the subtle body. Look at me. Small Vamana grows big and occupies the three worlds. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. That is the knowledge I need to get from Vamana Avatara. Narasimha Avatara, Narasimha. You can be a Nara in the form, but you should be a Simha in action, courage. So if you take like that, every Avatara gives you some knowledge. So Uddishamayi comes to you through the Avataras, through the Puranas, through the Upanishads, through the Pravatanas, through the Stotras, just to lift you up. And that will happen only when you don't limit yourself with a thought like, I am reciting Lalita Sahasranam to get something, to solve some problem. Go deep into that and get some inner meaning. Then you know, Samsara Panka Nimagna Samudharana Pandita. She is a Bhattarika, the only one who knows how to lift this jiva from the mud of samsara. And that is Uddishamayi. Charyanathamai. From here, all the upasakas who have worshipped Ambal, Goddess Mother, and attained moksha in their life, not after the life, in their life, their names have been mentioned. When I am reciting the name of God, why these names should come? Bhakta Priya, Bhakti Priya, so many words will come. Rama will be happy if you recite Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman will be happy if you recite Rama Raksha Stotram. That is a friendship between the God and the disciple, Bhakta. God will be happy if we recite the names of those Bhaktas who have sacrificed their lives, who surrendered their life like Lopamudra to the God. I don't want you to recite my name, recite his name. She is working through those people. And she is working through Lopamudra, through Agastya, through Charyanatha. That is what is the secret of reciting these names. By reciting, I get connected. When I recite the name, normally, if you tell the name of a great person, Gandhi, you want to know what is the life of Gandhi. Ramakrishna Paramahansa, you want to know how they led the life. That intuition will come to you. Interest will come to you. So similarly, when you tell the name of that Bhakta, you will try to go into the life history of that Bhakta. And that will inspire you. That will guide you. That's why all the names of the Bhakta come. So, Mitreshamai, Shashteshamai, Uddeshamai, Charyanathamai. Every name has got a meaning. That is why we say, if you give the name to your child, it should have a sattvic meaning. Let us not search on internet and find strange and peculiar names which have got no meaning at all sometimes, and sometimes tamasic and rajasic meaning, sattvic meaning. So that by reciting the name, I get punya. Charyanathamai, Charyanathamai. It is moving from sattvic to rajasic by the pronunciation. So what is the meaning? All the actions I lead in my life, every action, right from waking up, taking shower, eating breakfast, everything, Natha. She is the one who controls that. Where is she? That is why in Satyanarayana Puja, Panchaloka Palaka Puja is coming. Ganapati, who gives the Sankalpa. Brahma, who gives the life to the Sankalpa. Vishnu, who gives the knowledge to fulfill the Sankalpa. Rudra, who kills the desire of the Sankalpa. But all these four cannot act unless the grace of Gauri is there. Gauri Rimai Sallane Takshakte Kabadi Dipadi Sa Chadushpadi Ashtapadi Naupadi Babhushi Sahasraksha Pramebhyoman. Meaning of Charyanathamai is not limited to human beings alone. You are the controller of all actions, of all the species. Which animal should be where? What is the lifestyle? Everything you have decided. Why we have problems? We are crossing our boundaries and going to the habitat of the animals and complaining we have rats and cockroaches and snakes and tigers. Who asked you to go there? You should be happy with your house, right? You're invading their habitat. You're crossing the natural limits fixed by her. Charyanathamai. There is no discipline. That Saundarya Lahari first sloka is there. Unless you are there, even Brahma cannot create, Vishnu cannot be a sustaining power, and Rudra cannot kill. Pancha Pretasanasina. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Ishvara, Sadashiva. These are all great energies. They are Pretas only. And in fact, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Ishvara are the legs for her throne. And then Sadasiva becomes the plank for the bed. On the Sadasiva, she comes and sits. Then only these Pancha Pretas become Pancha Brahma. Pancha Pretasanasina, Pancha Brahma Surupini. You are no different from the Pancha Brahmas. But I understand, these Brahmas were Pancha Pretas before, if you are not there. When Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Rudra have that fate, what about me? When you are not there, I am not living. That is why Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastangatova Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabhakya Abhyantara Suchihi. There is a story. When Padachari was going across the village and he comes to the boundary of the village, And in those days, the cremation grounds are only on the boundaries, not inside the village or inside the town. He finds all the obituary details very strange, because according to the details, every person has got only maximum 4 years life. Some people have got 8 months, 3 months. If everybody lived for only for 4 years, how new babies are born? And the oldest person in the village says, we have a rule. We count the life not by the years in which he was living, how much time he is connected to the God in the Upasana, how much time he is reciting the name of the God. That is the life. Rest of death. So when I say 8 months life, this fellow recited the name of the God or whatever it may be, is in connection with the God for 8 months only. Such is the greatness. So all the actions in my life are controlled by the Charyanathamai, because she controls even the nature. All the actions, normal actions. Even while eating also we say, Aham Vaispanaro Bhutva Prananam Dehamatritaha. That sloka you say. There also as a digestive fire you are there. So without you, I don't have a life. You are embedded in my life, being in every action. I think I am doing, not I do. I think I am doing. When I separate myself from my life, I see you as the one who is performing all the action. I am just a witness.